Welcome, everybody. John Zegar. Good afternoon. 3:10, Colorado time. Overcast. Probably in the 40s. Supposed to be a little nicer tomorrow. And then I understand a blizzard is coming on Wednesday. No, I don't know about the blizzard. Somebody told me that today, and who knows? Maybe we will get a blizzard on Wednesday. I'll have to listen to the news tonight. But, welcome. How is everyone? Been busy today. Kind of a late start with doing this. Just regular stuff that I do in the morning. Go to the gym and run errands and those kinds of things. I spend a little time. This might sound kind of weird to some of you guys and gals. Some of this might be, maybe I need to not talk about it that much. Excuse me. But sometimes I spend part of my day in prayer and meditation. Is that weird? Is that too weird for everybody? I figure it can't do anybody any harm. I'm certainly praying for everyone, including myself, and my meditation, the intention is certainly for everyone else as well. That people are healthy and making good decisions and moving forward and that kind of thing. So today, I want to talk about why some people don't get well. Some people don't self-heal. Some people that do the meditations, doesn't work. It's just my opinion. It's not fact. It's not gospel. So everybody knows I've had the blood pressure issue, which to me, I don't even have a blood pressure issue. I felt like I turned the corner about a year ago. I've had it my whole life. It seems like it's been an issue my whole life. But it's related to anxiety. Growing up in a dysfunctional family and all the stuff that goes along with that. And I don't know, I guess it's sort of emotional, right? Anxiety. Some down times. I suppose it could be some depression off and on from time to time. Anxiety and depression. Wow, seems like everybody in the world has that going on. Coming from a dysfunctional family, seems like there are quite a few people that can talk about that topic. So, I don't know what makes me any different. My family certainly had those issues. And what did they call that? Generalized anxiety disorder. Anything that goes on that's not real copacetic ends up being anxiety. So I've been working on it for years and years and years. From the mental health standpoint, from the mental health standpoint, my blood pressure clearly goes up when my anxiety is up. And it has been higher than it should be past several years, past 10 years, seems like it needs to not be quite as high as it's been. I started taking some medication quite a few years ago, several years ago. Maybe 5 to 7 years ago I started taking medicine. Never really worked for me. And started doing meditations, right? About a half dozen years back. And I followed the program. I followed the program religiously. I thought it was going to be the answer. And here's the amazing part. I actually believe that at one point in time, I would go and have my blood pressure taken, and it would be 120/80. I actually believe that was going to happen. Of course, it never has happened. But I thought it was going to happen. I don't know. I was a believer. I bought the program 100%, hook, line, and sinker. Accept, believe, and surrender to Dr. Joe's program. I would have followed Dr. Joe into battle. Right? I certainly have listened to every lecture he's ever done several times over, many times over. I've listened to every single meditation and explanation of and breathing several times, actually many times, many, many, many times over. I believed. I had faith. I did not even question that it would not work. It was inconceivable for me to think in terms that it would not cure my high blood pressure. That's just the way that I felt. Never did. I mean, my blood pressure numbers are still high today, although about a year ago, I just got feeling so good, with all the work that I'd put in. I just said to myself, I'm done. I'm good. I do anything I want. I'm snowshoe guide in the winter in Rocky Mountain National Park, fly fishing guide in the summer. Actually, all over, everywhere. I'm real active. I'm in the gym every day for 2, sometimes 3 hours. I bench press in excess of 300 pounds regularly and working up towards 400. I just view myself as an athlete. I'm very cautious about my food intake. So, I mean, it goes on and on and on, but nobody wants to listen to that. It just hasn't worked for me. Okay? Why it hasn't worked? Like I was talking about yesterday, the program yesterday talked about you have to have, how did they say that? Purity in your energy. Right? Energy is kind of the belief that you're going to get well. you got good energy or you got bad energy, good thoughts or bad thoughts. And, from their perspective, maybe my thoughts and emotions that go into my head and into my body are negative. I've sat down and gone through all of that time and time again and took apart all the negative stuff and stopped all the negative stuff going in and continually put positive stuff in. It's even part of, Joe's program, same thing, just the neurons pruning apart, as he says. He doesn't have any rights to the word pruning. So I can say pruning all I want. He doesn't own it. But, I've taken out all the negative stuff that goes, I don't let it into my head. And, I've put new stuff in, and how you think, act, and feel. No, he doesn't have rights to that either. I can say that all I want. How you think, act, and feel to your personality. He doesn't own that. I think my personality has changed. I don't know if it's changed to the degree that he might say it needs to change. I'm not sure of that. I don't know. But I take all the programs, just the whole package, and nothing seems to happen. The religious aspect is you have to have bulletproof faith. Well, I am a pretty religious guy, and I do have pretty strong faith. I do believe. And for whatever reason, maybe that hasn't worked either. So here's kind of the summation for me. I don't know if this makes any sense, but there's a loophole somewhere with me. I've gone through all the energy stuff. Boy, I've been really working on that a lot. There's a deal I heard yesterday from this other camp, and it talks about a guy that went to a Japanese doctor. They don't prescribe medicine. They just treat you with herbal things and energy healing. It's really kind of cool. I have done that in the past, but this little story talks about the guy had some hideous thing completely wrong with his foot or feet or something, and I believe the way it went was he went to this Japanese doctor, and the doctor messed around behind his back with his energy field. Now, I'm a believer of that. And the guy asked him, he said, well, what are you doing? And he says, well, I'm kind of messing around with your energy field. Why don't you stand up and see if you can walk a little bit better? And he stood up, and all the pain and everything was completely gone, and everything was cured. Bottom line was, energy sometimes can become negative. Energy centers, which Law of Attraction and Dr. Joe and all kinds of other assorted people are always dealing with energy centers. And I certainly have done that work time and time again. And there must be something blocked in there that I can't identify or feel. When I do meditation, I've done meditation for hours every day for better part of 6 years. I don't get nothing. And I can do meditations for 2-3 hours at a time and nothing happens. I've never had an experience as they talk about on the internet, or people that talk about in their testimonials from the various camps. I've had nothing. I get nothing. I don't even think, and everybody talks about going to the unified field, right? That's where everybody's energy is, and that's where the healing is, and if you can hook into it, the people that seem to do that have really pretty good success. I mean, that's just another aspect of the whole thing. In 6 years I wonder how many hours of meditation that is. 6, 12, 18. I don't know. There's a lot of hours of meditation in my head, and I don't honestly believe I've ever been. This sounds really bad. To the unified field. I don't believe I've ever made it in all of my meditations. The theta, where you're in kind of a self-hypnosis. I don't know if I've ever been even there. So I would have to say that the meditations, as wonderful as they are, and I love doing them, I think they're wonderful and creative. They've never worked for me. So maybe there's some block in some energy center of mine. I gotta tell you guys, I'm perfectly happy. I'm really a happy person. I do everything I want to do. I have a great lifestyle. I have lack. I have no money. But I've learned to adjust to that. I really don't have a place to live, but I've adjusted to that. I don't have any work, although I've got 49 years of experience up in my head that nobody ever asks me, can you help me with this, that, or the other thing? But I'm really pretty happy. I sleep well at night. I eat well. I eat good food. I exercise. I meditate. I don't watch TV. I don't think in 11 years I've watched, I don't know, a full 24 hours of TV. I don't listen to the radio. I read. I do research. And I continually work at being supportive and inspiring to everybody I come in contact with. So, I don't know. If anybody has any good ideas, you know how to track me down, let me know. Hope you all have a good day. What is today, Monday? Yeah, Monday. Take care of one another by all means. God bless everybody, and I look forward to talking to y'all again real soon. See you, bye.